Tim leads his own group where he has Spoiler, Cassandra Cain, I think. I forget. And they lead a group, they go on a mission. And they take down I forget who they take down. I think they take down Clayface, I think. One of them. Clayface, yeah. But isn't it bad that that side mission in that show is more interesting than the entire Outsider storyline? Because anything that has the Batman Inc. and Tim and all that, Batman, Tim, the entire Bat family, I'm interested in seeing it. I wish they would do a Batman Inc. TV show. I'd pay money to see that. But, that ain't gonna happen. But, I just found it interesting how that side mission just was more intriguing than the entire Outsiders group, in my opinion. Anyway, it just bugged me. And I love how they put like the one episode where it was the final episode where they said Granny, was an alien, but she denied it, and it's like, you don't hear her say it. Instead, you see her in outer space and Darkseid, hideout or whatever, and she gets tortured. It's just kind of funny. Sorry, that's my Batman metal bottle. Steel bottle, water. I haven't used it. I just decided to use it because I don't have bottles of water for the show, so. Also, it tastes weird, like when you fill it up with water and you leave it overnight, it kind of tastes weird. Cool. Not cool as you. What was your favorite moment of Outsiders? Batman Inc. I love the joke where Black Lightning, by the way, who becomes the Justice League leader, even though he really didn't earn it and he wasn't really on any missions. I don't know how he became the leader. He was with the missions with the Nightwing crew, but I don't know what he earned to be the leader of the Justice League. I don't know how he earned it. It's probably because of the show Black Lightning. But fuck, it was stupid. Anyway. What do you think is going to happen in Season 4? Probably the same that you've seen in Season 3. The light goes after Halo this time. Brion is divided, questioning his morals. And it's just more of the same. Mm-hmm. It just bugged me. The whole, I don't know, it's just the whole episode. I think the final episodes and stuff, and I wish they would have done something with, bringing back Wally. I just feel like they just put him there just to be like a cruel reminder that, by the way, he's dead. You know. I guess the Speed Force doesn't exist in their world, I guess. But, you know, it was a Dan Didio probably thing where he's like, let the fucker die. Yeah, so. Would you ever work for DC? I'd probably get fired by the first day. I'd probably get fired and be like, this is bullshit. Yeah, so. Anyway, yeah, I'd probably get fired by the first day. Just how stupid. Yeah, everything is. By the way, I was right though about digital. DC Comics Digital. DC's talking about reinventing the digital comics again. The publisher spoke about reinventing the digital comics, stating, "Reinvent is what we're going to do with digital," says the publishers. Jim Lee thinks that DC needs to respond to a flat digital comics market. If there's anything that should continue to grow in and year out, it should be that channel, he says. I kind of knew they were going to go with this route. The thing is, I have nothing against people who buy digital comics. You know, I mean, there are some countries that don't have comics. I think you should reach out to that market, especially the comic market that don't have comic book stores in their countries and stuff. That is the best way to go with it. I think if you go that route, it's going to be a brilliant market. And I think that's what they're planning on doing. But I don't think here in America, you know, you shouldn't be like, buy digital. Because I'd be honest, because people in America are kind of lazy. Nothing wrong with that, but I mean, I don't see how it's a problem to get up, go to a comic book store, go through back issues, go through new issues, look at the books, read, you know, look through the pages, try to find something. Yeah, it kind of bugs me. You know, I don't have nothing that's digital. I mean, we have streaming service, and I talk about how much I miss Blockbuster and video stores and stuff because it's fun and adventurous to go through there. But, you know, digital comics is, I know it's going to be the future. You know, the children of the corn will look at their flat screen and people like me will be gone because, you know, it'll be the future. Which I have no plans of going anywhere, but, and my neighbor's honking their horn. I hate my neighbors. But digital comics it's going to be the thing now, so I don't imagine it going anywhere, you know, comic book stores, but the way things are going, you know, it's, you know, I love this story right here. I was reading it, you know, not that long ago. I was reading it before, you know, we get the show going. DC almost made a Wild Wild West comic book until Will Smith accidentally killed it. If you truly reach Will Smith's star power in the 90s. Back in 1999, Will Smith was arguably the most expensive Hollywood at the apex of his Hollywood career. DC Comics was planning on doing a adaptation of the box office bomb of Wild Wild West. I don't know why they would want to do that. I seen the show. By the way, it was an old TV show, Wild Wild West. And they made a movie produced by John Peters, because John Peters is an idiot of that time. He wanted to do I don't know why he wanted to do Wild Wild West. It was very stupid. And it really didn't fit in with the time. Even though if you look at the 90s, it was kind of a weird time. Very kooky, weird. I know. From experience. And Will Smith was like everywhere. I mean, everywhere. He was on TV, he was in the movies, he was doing music. He was everywhere. You couldn't escape Will Smith. You know, he was kind of like how John Travolta was. You know, I'm not comparing the two, but he was kind of like how John Travolta was. It was a scary time. But Wild Wild West killed it. Because it was an awful, awful movie. And I didn't really understand people who really liked the movie. But I remember Burger King. And it was before my hatred of Burger King today. That awful damn burger. And they had, toys, which I didn't even know Burger King had, Happy Meal type toys. They had Wild Wild West stuff. They had, I forget what the fuck they had. I remember they had the glasses. I ended up with the glasses. The Will Smith glasses in Wild Wild West. And the movie came out in theaters, and it just bombed. It was like the worst movie to be out in the 90s. I know a lot of people kind of shit on Batman and Robin, but that movie, Wild Wild West, was so awful. Just awful. Not visually awful. That's Batman and Robin. Story-wise, it was just awful. And I know a lot of people are like, well, what about, Batman and Robin? I could sit through Batman and Robin. But when it comes to Wild Wild West, I cannot sit through it. I just don't know why. I just can't. It is just awful. And they made video games. They made T-shirts. They made action figures. And wow, you can buy the action figures on Amazon. Burger King toys, which they still sell on Amazon, which I did not know. I might buy some. Oh, look, you get the spider. The stupid ass spider. It was just awful, but anyway. I still have some of the Batman and Robin action figures, if you don't know. But I still to this day have my Batman the Animated Series Happy Meal action figures, because those were the best. Those toys survived. Still in great shape, too, by the way, so. Would you sell those? No, I would not sell those. You can buy them on Amazon. I'm scared of spiders. Well, so am I. I am too. There was this video that was on Top 5. I think it was on Top 5. I don't remember. This guy was like poking this, nest. And he didn't know what it was because it like moved, and all of a sudden it was like spiders, and it came right at him, like hundreds of